What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI Collector's Edition, and today we are unboxing McFarlane's, McFarlane's Multiverse Special Edition, I think it's called, Collector's Edition, Captain Carrot. I know nothing of this character, so I did a little bit of a Google search. Turns out, he's a rabbit superhero and leader of the amazing Zoo Crew. His homeworld is Earth C in the pre-Crisis multiverse, although this was changed to Earth 26 in the 52 multiverse. In his civilian identity, he is cartoonist Rodney Rabbit, who draws a strip called Just a Lot of Animals. He gains superhuman abilities from eating a cosmic carrot, as you do. The reason I bought this figure is because I just think it looks absolutely amazing. I love the head sculpt on it and how buff and jacked he is, and it just stands out, and I wanted to check it out. But we got a bit of a story about this one. But let's get into the review and the unboxing, starting with the packaging. So this is the new McFarlane Collector's Edition packaging. It's a little bit bigger than the standard McFarlane toys. It's got the nice silver lining around the edge of it, and nothing on the back other than just a big picture of Captain Carrot. Looks like this is from the 2007 version. I think originally he came out in the 80s. Then they brought him back in like 07, and this definitely looks like that 2000s art style. Before we get into anything else, let's talk about the price of this, because McFarlane's have had a price increase lately, and this is the first deluxe McFarlane I purchased. Fun fact, I didn't realize it was a deluxe when I agreed to purchase it. I kind of went down to my local toy store. He had like the stock at a different store, so they got that in. I didn't even discuss price, and then I ended up sending my missus down to pick it up for me, and she rang me up. She's like, "Did you know that was $80? And I was like, nope, I thought it was going to be about $40, which is what they usually cost. So that seems to be the deluxe and the price increase all coming through at once, but $80 dues for this. I'm very curious to see what McFarlane does, because they've been very hit and miss, but their later figures have actually been much better. And if they're going to have the balls to charge $80 dues for one of these, it better be good. So let's crack in. Alright, after waging war with the 43 zip ties, there's literally still a little one there in his elbow. McFarlane, relax with the zip ties. Guys, seriously, there's no need for... there was 8 zip ties in this one here. There were 2 around the torso, hands, feet, and there was another one somewhere as well, I'm pretty sure. So my first impression unboxed is it's a very light figure. McFarlane are going back to the, well, not back, but McFarlane have very lightweight figures. The cape on him is actually quite loose. It's not like a big rigid piece of like heavy plastic. He also has a little tail underneath the cape as well. And yeah, first impressions, looks fantastic. It looks amazing. The accessories he comes with a black stand with like his... Oh, that's for his trading card. Okay. That's really, really cool. If there's a DC figure that you particularly like, you've got a really neat little DC stand to put the trading card in. Let's have a quick read of his trading card here. Real name, Rodney Rabbit. A rabbit from an alternate reality of cartoon animals. Rodney was a mild-mannered cartoonist until he ate a cosmic carrot. As superpowered Captain Carrot, he joined the Zoo Crew. Over many wacky adventures, they encountered both Superman and Starro the Conqueror. When their world was threatened, the Zoo Crew took its inhabitants to New Earth, where they changed into ordinary animals. Carrot became a stage rabbit before regaining his powers and helping fight Darkseid. Darkseid, really? During Final Crisis, he is Earth 26's member of the pan-multiversal super team, Justice Incarnate. Very cool. It comes with 6 hands, a couple of open hands, a fist, a pointy finger, a thumbs up, and another one that looks like he's supposed to be holding something in it, but I don't see any stuff that he's supposed to be holding. The paintwork on this looks pretty amazing, especially in the face area. I do have a tiny black scuff mark on the leg, which I don't know if I can maybe try and get that off, but the red and the yellow is not usually a color scheme that I'm that into, but it looks great, and I love the purple that they've got on the nose and in the ears as well. The face on this in particular looks absolutely amazing, and the body is just this big, jacked up, like, super muscular body as well. It looks awesome. Articulation looks pretty good. He's got a fair amount of like front kick movement. Looks like McFarlane is doing more of the more pliable crotch piece for some of these figures. They've really done a good job matching the paint with the crotch piece and the rest of it, because they're two different types of plastic and it can be really difficult to get that exact same sort of color. So they've done a really good job matching that. He is not pinless. You can see the pins on there, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I can see that it's double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. It's got a nice big butterfly joint as well, which, you know, this is a deluxe McFarlane figure. I would expect no less. Toe articulation, waist swivel, bit of a ab crunch. It's not too bad. And the head, how far back does the head go if he's flying? Yeah, you can kind of arch the back, but not a great deal of articulation in the head. With that being said, there is articulation in the ears, which is pretty good. And I think, yeah, the tail on the back is not articulated, and yeah, don't try it because it looks like it could come off quite easy. Now, in terms of the Tarantino test, he does stand up pretty soundly once you do get him in a good pose, but I don't know, the McFarlane articulation, especially with the cape on the back, even though it's not a big, heavy, you know, plastic one, it also doesn't go low enough to the point where you can really use it as an extra support for different poses and stuff like that. So he passes the Tarantino test just. But I'm not overly impressed with, you know, the feet of this figure and its ability to sort of stand. It can do it once you get it in the right pose, but it's a little bit difficult to get something and then you may have to, you know, compromise other parts of the pose and things like that. So it's not ideal, but I'm sure it will work fine for you. He does also come with a flight stand, but man, is it wonky. I will not be using that flight stand for Captain Carrot. Once you get him on the stand, which the teeth, it doesn't seem to take into fact how thick the torso is on the actual figure. So the teeth on the flight stand, they just manage to fit around it. And then once it's in there, it's very wobbly because these McFarlane figures are very large and heavy. Even though this one's a bit lighter, just the dimensions of it, it's very hard to get a balance. So once I got him on the flight stand, I had to then kind of adjust the torso because it was just starting to like lean over. So the flight stand, I don't know if they picked the right one to put with this figure, to be honest. I think I will definitely be repurposing that flight stand with something else. So my final thoughts are that this is a very good McFarlane Toys action figure. There's no issues with the articulation or anything like that. Everything kind of comes as advertised. I do think it's a bit expensive for what you get. I mean, we got this extra little plastic thing for the trading card and some extra hands, and that's it. For this kind of price, I would at least expect a replaceable head or even some replaceable ears for him, because he's got the ears. Maybe you can make those replaceable. A little bit more would have been nice for the price range, but he looks fantastic, and I'm very happy that I did pick him up. Is he shelf worthy? You know what? Yeah, he's really shelf worthy. He doesn't really go with anything, but this is the kind of thing that could sit like on a shelf by itself. My missus loves like animals and stuff like that, so we've got other animal themed, you know, characters and stuff, so maybe we have to start the Zoo Crew shelf. Although then I need to find out who's in the Zoo Crew and go and get their figures. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to put random animals on there, make it the FWCI Collector's Edition Zoo Crew. How about that? But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Captain Carrot, the new McFarlane's action figure. Are you going to pick it up? Is it too expensive for you? Do you think the flight stand in this is way too small if you do have it? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace. And also make sure you subscribe because we're growing and we need to get to 1,000 subscribers. Peace.